So we'll go ahead and get started. We don't have to do roll call because nobody's on Zoom. So
We're the only ones on Zoom.
Okay. So we'll jump right into it. First up on the agenda, approval of previous minutes. I looked them over. I didn't see any issues. Is there any
Move to accept the minutes as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All right, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? None? All right, the minutes are accepted as written. Andy, Vietnam Memorial update. I saw the plaque was in.
Is
Saw
it
it was
up?
all verified.
Is it mounted?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. I verified it when it came in. Cindy, I sent me a picture of it, and I did my 4.5 hours of due diligence on every name, every period, every everything. And it's 100% the way it's supposed to be. And I think the bill is someplace
It's already been processed.
has been processed. Good.
Okay.
So we're just waiting now. The town said that they would mount it.
Is that you, Daryl?
Yep, yeah, so I've been coordinating with the building department and the DPW. We're gonna get to it next week. We took a look and see how the old ones were mounted, and I believe we have to move one of the plaques,
Yeah,
the
there's a
narrow
little
one.
skinny one in between. You gotta take that one out, put it someplace else.
So none of us have mounted these before. We wanted to see how they did it in the past, so we're pretty much just gonna mimic what they did, and it's not gonna be a problem. It's gonna be all set.
Awesome. You said next week?
Yep.
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 Great.
Basically, you go behind it and see where it punch through the concrete block and see how they mount it on the inside.
Yeah, we already took a look at that. So it looks like they punched through it, and they used probably like a threaded rod because of how long
Yep,
the distance
yep.
is, and then they have a pressure plate on the back to sort of support the weight a little bit. But we're pretty much just gonna mimic exactly what they did, and it's gonna come out great.
All right.
Perfect.
And then the last thing that we'll need to do is just take some photos once it's mounted, and we'll send it into the grant
And,
folks.
well, basically, I've taken pictures of it that Cindy sent me, and I sent it to a lot of people that are remote.
Yep.
South Carolina, North Carolina, West Coast, living in Hawaii. They won't probably ever have a chance to see it in person, so I said, hey.
Yep.
So,
Well, I think the grant people also wanted, I think that was one of the things
yeah,
they want
it's definitely
follow-up
one
once
of the
it's
things
installed.
it has to be mounted in the year the grant comes in.
Yep.
They give you a window, and you send a picture of it, and what it costs you just for kicks.
Yep.
You know, and as long as there's no outstanding fee for it, you're happy.
Yep. So, all right.
Are we supposed to schedule a dedication ceremony for that? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have that. It's going to get added to Lucas's list here.
But that one's inside.
Yeah, that one's
That's
inside.
easy. You know,
And
you
it-
don't have to worry about snow up there.
I think, we'll talk to that here in a second. Any other updates on the Vietnam Memorial? Any questions, comments?
Nope.
Perfect.
The only thing I have is once it's done, where do I put all of the stuff that I put together so that there's a running record of it if anybody questions.
I'd give it to the town clerk.
Yep.
Okay.
I just give them a box and.
That's it. That's what they got that big safe for, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next up, Old Cemetery flagpoles.
They're in, lights are on, just waiting
Awesome.
for a dedication.
Yeah, I haven't, since I've been back, I have not had a chance to drive by there, or I should say
Just
that.
look
I
across the
haven't
street.
looked at them yet. I was before I left, and then when I got back, I've been running around crazy, so, awesome, alright. So then, that does bring up the dedication or rededication ceremonies.
Yeah. So I have a template that I've created. I just got to figure out with you guys what do we want to keep, what do we want to add. So I have prelude music, so it's just the patriotic music in the background,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I can do welcoming remarks, which I have a thing I've already written up for that. And then we need an invocation or opening prayer. So we just either the Legion chaplain or a local pastor could give that. National anthem, we could do a keynote address done by a state or town official about the this one's the flagpole, and then raising the flag, so we can either have a local military unit, or if we have any veterans in town or us, raise the flag, and then we play to the colors as we're raising the flag.
Okay.
do a moment of silence. Then I have a script or a speech that I wrote for the rededication, and then closing remarks with a benediction.
Okay.
So, and that's pretty much the same thing for, hold on, the cemetery.
Okay.
The only thing though is this one has presentation of colors, but there's going to be no flag there, so I'm assuming we don't.
The cemetery or
Well,
Sampson
Sampson
Square?
Park.
Sampson Square does have a.
Yeah, but are we going to pull it down and then put it up?
What do y'all think?
Well, is the flag up 24/7 already?
Yeah, I believe there's a light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't.
So,
Getting
So we
it
wouldn't
up.
necessarily do a presentation of colors because there's no,
Yeah.
and there's going to be no unit, so we don't need to post unit colors or anything.
Okay.
So I'll remove that. So
Yeah.
we'll do the national anthem, keynote address again. Local official. I don't. Maybe Meridian if he wants to, or somebody.
We'll have plenty of people to
Yeah.
pick from.
And then, so I don't know this particular one, but I'm assuming it's been there for a while. So we could do like a historical overview of the site, and then kind of same thing, moment of silence. I wrote up another speech for the rededication. Are we doing a presentation of a wreath at this one?
So Sampson Square is a little unique. We talked about
Yes,
this last
yes,
time
yeah.
because
This is, the one across the street is not a monument.
yeah, that one it will just raise the flag,
Just raise the flag.
and call that good.
Yeah.
Sampson Square, what is the actual monument there? Is it the one of the World War One
No,
or
it's a
two?
World War One.
World War One.
It's not a KIA, it's a died of disease, I believe, which is, it's not really, I would put it in the light of rededication of the square versus
Yeah,
anything about the individual veteran. I mean, he did go to war, and he is on the honor roll,
Yeah.
and he died of disease while he was in the military. But other than that, I mean, you really can't, he's not a KIA somewhere, his body isn't
Yeah.
in France or something, it's,
but the monument that's there, is that for Sampson or is that for
Yes.
some?
Sampson, and I believe there's like 18 other names out. There's like 19 names out of 18 names.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't think it was just for him. I
Right.
thought that.
it's Sampson Square. There's supposed to be, and I don't know where it is, there's supposed to be a little stone like at one square for Sampson.
There was like an ornamental street sign, so
Yes.
black
Yeah.
sort of
Right.
metal painted sort
Right.
of street sign there for it. But the actual monument is the same monument we also have at the Common and also at
Yeah,
Quincy
yes,
Corner.
yes.
It's the exact same
Yep.
three
That's what I
quarters of an
thought.
egg.
Yeah.
Right.
So I,
That is Sampson Square. The other one up the street is Went Square.
yeah.
Okay, but that was the not necessarily. It is a monument for everyone, World War One, because it's on that stone, right?
Yeah.
The big square plaque with 14 names on it. So yes, it's a World War One.
Okay,
World War
that's what I
One
thought it
monument,
was.
But it's Sampson Square. World War One monument at Sampson Square.
Yeah.
So
So I would.
So we're doing the rededication of like the square, not the.
Well,
Correct.
I would also
I-
say the monument as well, because we moved the monument, we're putting it back.
Okay.
So I would just talk a brief overview, basically what Andy said about Sampson, and then also just point out this monument is for World War One. You know, here's
Yeah.
the list of names on there. These
Okay.
people died in action or while they were over there. Actually, I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
makes sense with that piece, and just keep it a couple of,
Yeah.
minutes long.
if you really want to look at it, I believe there's three World War One monuments. One is up
Yeah.
North Grafton, one is in Center, and this is the one that's in South Grafton. So
Okay.
so we still have three Graftons. I mean, no matter what you do,
Yeah, we already-
it's three.
I don't want to get into that debate.
Yeah, no. So,
I'm new, so Grafton's Grafton.
and then what we do for Sampson Square would work perfectly for the Vietnam
Okay. So
plaque.
I'll pull the presentation up and read that
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't sure because it was a.
Maybe if we do like it's a brand new monument.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk Desert Storm, OIE,
OIF.
yeah, OIF, you know, all of those, then I think it's a little bit more.
Okay.
But these, I don't think that we need to go
Okay.
all out for them. It sounds really bad, but I don't think we need to make a big, you know, production.
And then
we're
the closing
rededicating.
remarks and
Yeah.
benediction and then.
Do you need us to review that document, or?
I mean, I can send it to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got all the. I gotta update this one because I didn't talk about the.
The monument.
The monument. I just
yeah.
talked about the square.
Okay. Yeah, so then once you get that updated, just email it out to all of us.
Yep.
On the committee, and we'll all, as long as we're all on there, it's good.
Yeah.
We'll all provide our feedback. So dates, I'm just gonna pull up my calendar here. If we're doing so next week, the Vietnam Memorial Monument is getting installed. We can either do these on separate days, or we can just do them all on one day. I don't know what makes the most sense.
Whatever makes sense from everybody that has to come 13 times.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this? What the town would prefer? If we just did it all on one day?
I would think that that would be fine, particularly if you're asking people to speak and then they can just go from one to another.
Yeah.
Probably similar to
Yeah,
all of
I
you
think
having
for
to
the
go.
purpose of like Mr. Meridian or Mr.
Yeah.
Moore or somebody like that, they want to get it done and over with, they don't
Yeah.
want to come back.
Yeah, driving
three
back here
different
3
times.
separate times.
And do you have the same person speak at all the places, or do we alternate it?
I mean, I wrote my speeches for me.
Yeah,
To present them.
you're gonna be the person that runs this.
Yeah.
But, you know, do you have Dave, and do you do it, or does, you know, and then maybe Matt Often or somebody else from the select board?
No, you can't speak.
No, I didn't want. I was gonna say, let's put the invites out there.
Yeah.
Pick a date, put the invites out there, see who and how many you get. And then you just say, okay, she will do this one, he will
Yeah.
do that one, and then each
Weren't we looking
person
to do the
outside of
11th?
this committee,
It's Veterans Day.
Of
Well,
November?
Yeah.
we were talking about avoiding Veterans
Oh,
Day.
okay.
Just because of everything else that's going on. I would like to get it done before Veterans Day.
Okay.
This is, you know, this has been on our agenda for over a year now.
Yeah.
To get these done.
Okay.
So I'd like to get it done before Veterans Day, just to have it finished.
Could do 2nd. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
And that gives, 3 weeks to find out if, I just forgot his name.
Dave Meridian?
Yeah, if he wants to come and speak or whatever.
I mean, I bet you could bet on it, you could show up, so.
Yeah. Okay. So November 2nd, let's book that date.
And that would be the Vietnam
that's a
here in
Friday, right?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
the town hall in addition to
I
the.
figure Saturday is easier
Yes.
to do for people.
Yeah, I
than-
think let's do all three of them. And get them over with, and then they're off of our agenda. This really bothers me that we sat on it. I know why we have. It's been just different things that have come up first, but we have an opportunity to get it finished, so.
Are we gonna send written invitations to the dignitaries?
Can.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because
This is all new to me, so I have
we
no
had,
idea.
we had some success by inviting people to participate in the parade,
Yep.
not to mix meetings.
Yeah.
And we have responses. So my philosophy is, rather than hoping and waiting to see if somebody shows up, if you physically invite them.
Oh, well, I mean, I would want to know who's speaking.
I wanna.
Yeah.
Prior
to
to the day.
They're not coming, so I could plan around it.
Yeah, because if nobody's
Yeah,
is
but I
willing
mean-
to do like the
But I mean, all of our projects, we should be sending an invitation to the select board, to
Yeah.
David, to Senator Moore, to the whole pool, so to speak, and then we have a better idea what the
Yeah.
response is gonna
I mean, I can write something.
By written, do you mean email or handwritten?
be. Either way. but
I was gonna say, I think it,
the
you know,
physical act of
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can write
Yeah,
something
okay.
up and send it to you,
Yeah.
and then you can
Yeah.
send it to.
And then I would also want you to get in front of the select board.
Can we
Between
get
now
in
and
front of it?
It would have to be next to Tuesday,
then. Ooh,
Yeah.
and we, the
Agenda
agenda
posted
gets
next
posted like tomorrow, we could probably add something, but, cause we don't
Emergency
meet again
situation.
until the 12th because of the election.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And Jess is gonna be there. Oh, that'd be cute.
just follow her lead.
No, I don't want to follow her. That'd look like a bag of trash compared to her
I
speaking.
mean, I could request tomorrow morning to get it on the agenda.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Let's get on, if you can make it, that's fine.
Yeah, I can make
it. I think if one of the three of us is there,
Yeah.
so traffic Tuesday, 2 hours to get from here to Cambridge for me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I'll definitely try.
Yeah.
So Bob, would you be okay to be our
Yeah.
on the side?
So I'll request, so the item would be that this committee, is just coming to speak to these three.
Yes, yeah,
Dedications, okay.
and it's basically just explaining that we're going to dedicate the flagpoles, rededicate Sampson Square and the World War I monument there and the Vietnam Memorial plaque.
Yeah.
And invite the select board to participate, tell them the day, we'll need to have a time.
Yeah.
So what we do, 9 o'clock?
So do one at 9. Do the next one at like 11. And
Oh, I was just gonna go from one to another.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how long's the?
At least
Thing.
these two are right here, so you could probably get them within an hour, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think you can either do Sampson Square first and then come over here and
Yeah,
do
I'd
these
probably
two
do that.
first.
Do that one first. And
Because
then
most,
come here.
most people are gonna come from this area up here. Do the Sampson Square one, it's one shot, done, one and done.
Yeah.
And-
Everyone
and
comes
up
here.
and
Because then we could do it here and then just
boom,
walk
boom,
over.
and everybody's
Right.
out of here.
9:30, 10 o'clock. boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're off, you're off.
Yep. Well, if you miss one, you know you got two more, but
Yeah.
don't miss them all.
If you need a pen, I'll get you a pen.
Alright, I'll send the request when I get home
Okay.
from my other,
thank you.
When you, at a select meeting, you do the, like, community announcements. Do you, does that have to be like in the minutes, you know?
no, that's a good idea,
Or can you
I could
just-
just ask Amber to add that to the announcements, but again, we won't get one. It would just be
Yeah.
next week, but I
Yeah.
could see about that, I know Amber's away,
Okay.
I'll ask Cindy, I'll
Okay.
ask Cindy to get it on the agenda and then see if it can be an announcement. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of really need an announcement next week, cause you guys are gonna speak to it anyway.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, we don't have another meeting before the second,
That's fine.
but, I don't know how you guys, if you interface with the town website to throw it over there on that little ticker,
That's what I was thinking, talk to Will.
yeah,
If we submit it to Will and get up there.
yeah.
We can still get it drafted.
plenty of time for
We can
that.
Still get it in community advocate, still get time. You wanna do any other advertising, some, like for Gold Star Mothers, we had a couple of places in town that had their billboards and stuff to get the word out.
Yeah,
Not
Cindy,
every-
Just
not
can't put
every-
'em-
not
can't put 'em at the
everybody-
common,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, not at the common, not everybody,
Oh.
unfortunately,
No temp signs.
listens to the selectmen's meeting.
Could get it on that
oh yeah,
thing
the
on the
little red
corner.
thing.
Yeah,
If you wanna get it out in the papers, shoot me an email and I can, actually, did I already provide? Just shoot me an email and I'll provide you all the links to
Okay.
people that have helped us with the parade.
Good.
Okay. Trying to think if there was something else with this. I don't think so.
And I'll just email you guys tomorrow afternoon to confirm that it gets on.
Perfect, thank you. Any other comments, questions? Alright. Jim Gallagher plaque, Sean?
Okay, at our last meeting, I had given you folks some verbiage
Yep.
that I was going to, that I suggested. So I handed that off in a little note to Kevin Gallagher to ask him if he would approve or, you know, add, delete, whatever. I haven't heard back from him, but anyway,
Okay.
that's that shouldn't be too high. I did stop at Crown Trophy, and this is a sample of the material that I was suggesting
Okay.
we use for the plaque as opposed to a,
Yeah.
heavy bronze plaque.
Oh, I like that.
you know. And then I did ask Kevin if he could provide us with a headshot type picture.
Well, you sent one though, didn't you?
I didn't send a picture.
Somebody sent a picture.
Really? Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
It's one of the things I was just looking at before I came here.
Raised.
Raised a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Somebody
That's
sent a
really nice.
picture.
And that's gonna be inside, right?
What?
Inside,
One more time?
like it's being hung inside somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh.
outside hopefully outside the auditorium in the high school where
Oh.
we have town meeting.
Bill sent a picture.
Oh. How recent is that?
He sent this to me in August.
That is the last time he hosted National Night Out, so
Ah,
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't know if
I
this
don't
is.
know that
it's gotta be at
gets
least-
that much
3 years old.
detail and, well, I mean, it's no matter what, but I don't know that we could get that much detail in the,
Yeah, we could look and see if we can get a better picture, but, I mean, Bill.
well, I mean, I like that picture, it's great, but how it would transpose to this is gonna be kind of like a gray,
Yeah,
black and white.
yeah, they'll just put it in a black,
Oh, yeah.
like gray and white scale, and then they'll just etch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did have, probably have the catalog at home with a sample, so, yeah, all right. Let's see. And
Let me send it. Also, it's a
Yeah.
technical question.
at the moment, that's all I got, we just, you know,
Okay.
from there, we decide, obviously, where, first, I guess we have to look at where it's gonna hang, and then decide a size
Yeah,
to go with, and, go from there.
okay.
You know, where it's gonna hang, get permission to hang it, too.
Yeah.
Well, we have the permission. Matt got us the permission beforehand. We just need to work on where.
Okay.
I mean, we've got the location, it's
Mhm.
just like, we have to go look at the wall.
Okay.
So I think, once we get the words back from Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
we'll know, you know, okay, what size.
Yeah.
And then we could, if we like this picture, we can go with this picture. We can also, and then we can start kind of working out. I think we're gonna need to see what size plaque they need
Mm-hmm.
to make all of this so where it's readable and not
Yeah.
doesn't look bad.
I believe when I was talking with Crown, I believe it was something like 18 by 22, something like that.
Yeah,
Give
that
or
works.
take a little.
Okay, yeah, then we can go over there and talk to the principal.
Is it high height or on the wall?
Typically, when you mount a picture or a plaque or something like that, you always do it like almost eye height.
Yeah.
Eye height.
Yeah, the center of it's supposed to be eye height.
I'm looking, trying to think of the ones out here, how high, Mr. McNamara is, Chief McNamara says.
It depends on how tall they were, whoever hung it.
It's about right. It's about right.
Yeah,
My height is different than a lot of people's.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
mine's very halfling.
Okay, great, making some good progress with that, so let it, once you get Kevin's words back,
Yeah.
just send out an email to us, to let
Yeah.
us know.
Nothing on them, because he drives by my house like 3 times a day.
I'll
Put
get
a
them
sign
moving
out
for
front.
you.
I'm
There you
good.
go, yeah,
Yep.
put a buddy
I'll get them going.
Alright, yeah.
You all right, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, next up, Gold Star Mothers, Andy, I heard a lot of positive
Yeah,
stuff for
well,
that.
We had fun that one. Anyways, this is my agenda, so to speak, if you want to pass it around, that I more or less read from. I'm not a very good speaker, as everyone else knows. I can talk my somebody's ears off, but I'll forget stuff. So I don't write it down. I don't put it in order. Basically, what I had done here is invited everybody, a couple with invitations through Mr. DeToma, and we had and Sean, you did something for me too. You got the buglers for me for the from the high school. So, thank you very much for doing that. I was just trying to figure out how I got two hands. I needed four, so we got a committee. It works. But people acknowledge that they come. I was there at 7:30 watching for people as they come in and talk to them, ask them if they wanted to speak at the end of the program. I didn't need anybody in the front. So basically, I talked to Anne Marie and talked to Matt Offen and Andy Jefferson, and Matt said he would be gracious enough to speak, and he did. Okay. Mr. Murray didn't want to speak, and Mr. Moore wanted to speak at the end. And Carmen has, I think he has 2 cents worth of, I don't remember, my mind was going faster than my lips trying to read the stuff. But anyways, I knew who was there. Carmen told me who he had brought. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anybody on an introduction. And I introduced everyone as they came. And then I read the honor roll, so to speak. Read the name of the soldier and read the Gold Star mother. Next soldier, Gold Star mother. And where I didn't have a Gold Star mother, I had a Gold Star father, or I had a Gold Star stepfather, or for some other reason, a Gold Star family member.
Yeah.
Went through that whole roster. And then I read about the Gold Star, what a Gold Star mother is, basically what you had read in front of the select board, only cut down a little bit so it wouldn't take so long. And then we finished that, I said, please face the flagpole behind me. Well, I read that and then I read that. Anyways, buglers, please play taps, and then we raised the Gold Star flag. And then we passed out, then we had whoever wanted to talk for a few minutes. I said, look, and when they first came in, I said, give me 2 or 3 minutes, because I got 3 or 4 people who want to talk. I don't want to get away from the point that we're going to place flags at the graves. So we got all that done. They lined up the back of my wife's car. We passed out the flag and the directions on how to get to the location of the grave, and everybody took off. Okay, so nice and orderly. We started at 8 o'clock. I think we were done by 8:30, and I was happy. I mean, we had about 60 people. I was very happy. I had comments afterwards from people that say, well, how come now, and how come we haven't been doing this all along? And I says, I don't know. All I know is we've got it identified now. It's in such a format now that it's in a box. The box you gave my wife to put the flags in. We'll go through the select board again next year and say it's going to be the 28th of September 2025. Be Gold Star Mother's Day. I think for the purpose of this time around, it was important to get the family members of the veterans that died to do the placement of the flags as much as we could. I'm going to try to do additional research this year to try to locate more of them. A lot of them, some of them were on business trip away from Grafton that morning. One were not available. Please have a veteran place the flag for me, which we did. Okay, but I think maybe for the next one and for succeeding ones, if we as a committee, everybody grab a handful of flags and the directions, go place them on Saturday afternoon, have the short plan like we had on Sunday morning, and make that Gold Star Mother's Day. Keep the flags out for a week, put them away for the next year.
Yep.
Okay, but I mean, I have no qualms about this process.
Okay, perfect. Can I keep that? Or can you email it to me?
Yeah, I will. I thought I did, but anyways, this is.
You sent me an email just giving like recapping how everything went, but I don't think it had that.
Okay,
I don't remember an attachment being there.
This is the one I sent you. This is the one with all the circles, why, what I did,
alright.
okay, so
Yeah.
this is the nice copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like, you know, so then that way we don't have to reinvent the wheel
Yeah,
next time.
yeah. This also
Perfect.
has, basically what I read at the select board,
Yep,
okay? And we don't have to go to that depth, but this is the plan, and that's,
great, thank you.
okay.
I'm sorry, I saw that you sent me an email. I was on vacation. I was back from vacation, but I had family coming into town or friends coming into town and stuff. So I was like
I
everywhere.
forget what it was, what was it?
It was asking about this, like what time and
Yeah, so I
everything.
think to your point, the select board didn't get an invitation to this. I had just written it down in my book
I
after our
invited you the
meeting.
night I
Yeah.
read that.
Right, so I read home and wrote
Okay.
it in my book.
Okay.
But I don't know that
Oh.
everyone did that necessarily, so I know that Andy and Matt heard directly from someone.
Okay.
So anyways, I was coming regardless of whether I was involved or not, which
Okay.
was fine, and I wasn't involved, but I think an invite
Yeah.
afterward might be good, because I think probably the two other members, it was just, if you didn't go home and write it down, you might not have known.
Okay.
So I think
No,
you're
that's
right
good.
to, like, for going further forward, just don't assume that because when you come and talk to us, then like if we don't
Yeah.
write it down straight away, yeah.
Perfect.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
Does the town have, so I'm thinking, you know, as we start to build these, I'd wanna keep an electronic copy somewhere.
Forward.
I've got a calendar for the VAC that's gonna combine all of this that I've built. We're gonna talk about it, during the VAC meeting. But, the only problem is like all of this stuff is on somebody's desktop. So
Yeah,
do we,
The answer is yes.
okay,
Yeah, so if we scan it, there's the town computer network,
Mhm.
and we can build a file and just deposit them into that file.
okay. Cause I'd like to put the work that Lucas is doing in there.
Yeah, so we have the recipes in the recipe box.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we don't have to reinvent the wheel every time we have something similar.
Yeah, alright,
In that database that you also have put together of links and stuff.
yeah, yeah, it'd be nice to put that stuff in there. Like, I'd like to get, once we get the event calendar going, instead of having the Excel product that I have, I'd like to get something on our site. That would be the best way to do it, but I know you and I talked before, when they moved over, we didn't know if we could do it or not, so. That might be something that we talk to the town IT people about. But let's get the calendar filled out first, we need that. Andy, thank you very much for running all that stuff.
My pleasure, but, that one wore me out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, I'm sure, I felt bad, but I'd had that vacation planned since like the beginning of the year, so.
I feel
and it
bad I
just-
missed it. I was at a wedding.
Sounds really
I was
nice.
photographing a wedding and I didn't get back till like 2 a.m.
Oh,
So
The thing I'm hearing, I heard this from Nancy Terrian. I think Nancy Terrian. She's in Grafton Historical.
yeah,
She says, I saw your presentation on YouTube for the night of the 17th for the selectmen's meeting. I also saw your presentation on the morning of September 29th. I can't see where she saw it. She says, I watched it on the town website. I looked at the town website inside and out. I can't find that video. If there is such a video,
I didn't see anyone there in the building.
Amber wants to put it on the town website so that everybody can see it. The fact that, you know, if you missed the select board meeting and you missed the fact that we had the ceremony, no one really knows,
yeah,
you know?
It'll be on, so for what you said at the select board meeting would be on,
It's on YouTube.
and it also would be on our, if you look up agendas for the meetings
Yeah.
and minutes, and
Yeah.
then the video's there all the time as well, so you can click on that video.
But I asked Holly, my wife says, you know, somebody was taking a video. And I asked Holly, I said, I saw her with the phone, she was aiming at me. I said, did you take a video? She said, no, but I saw someone else, a gray hair lady or whatever, that somebody recorded it. I'd like to get that, I'd like to have that. I'd
okay,
like to see if I really said everything that I was supposed to.
You did, it was great.
alright, awesome, yeah, well, thank you very much,
Okay.
we'll make sure to give you more support next time, we'll have this planned out earlier.
I had the two that I needed were there.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's at my house.
Thank you guys.
All
Oh,
right.
right now?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. I heard we were gonna be able to see it tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
it's at my house.
Oh,
So
all
there's
right.
good things happening over there by feedback.
Yeah.
yeah. So next up on the list is the Warren Houghton Civil War marker. So Andy, I have been in touch with these people, and every time I send an email, somebody else responds back to me.
Really?
Oh, it's like a
Yes.
different person?
Yes.
Oh, that's annoying.
And so they have been very difficult to plan this
Okay.
whole thing. I have been asking
Can I
them.
take it back?
Yes, if you have somebody.
I do.
Okay.
Cause I
Because
talked directly with John Dupree.
okay, because I've been asking them what time works for you, and they've always like, it doesn't matter, you schedule it, and then they come back with somebody else comes back
Yeah.
and says, I can't do it now. Don't do it in the summer. And now they're telling you don't do
Yeah.
it during the week.
Yeah,
So-
because they all work. They do.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's just it's almost impossible to plan this out when they their answers keep changing for
Correct.
all of this.
Correct.
Or they just kick it back to me, and then whenever I've come back and said, okay, so then we're gonna look at it maybe in this time period, and then there's nothing, or somebody else responds back saying that doesn't work.
Right.
So I'm good, whatever time works for them, you know, I don't know, this fall, winter, I mean, we don't wanna do it in
One thing
winter,
I'm looking at right
but,
now, we have so much to do with this 3 right here, and up till November 2nd.
yeah,
And we're gonna lose weather, we're gonna lose
yep,
warmth and everything else. I'm almost thinking we should defer this thing to probably late April, early May.
that's what I was thinking.
And because we don't have anything else, that I know of, in that time period, we got a whole winter to plan it.
Yeah.
We lock a date, we lock them to a date and do it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's around Memorial Day, which is kind of, you know, we can offset it with that, but this could be something that maybe gets talked about during the Memorial Day ceremony, so, I'm good with that, I'm good with spring, that's actually what I was gonna suggest, so, Andy, man, thinking ahead of me. Yes, and look, I was just looking at it before I came here, I think I've got responses from 3 different people. And that's when they actually respond back.
Okay.
So, alright. Weekends are fine, I'm just trying to think through, you know, this is far enough out that I think as long as they can commit to that time frame, we can set a date. We can talk about, we can get in front of the select board, we can send out the invites again. We can do everything that we've done that, you know, we typically have success with.
And then just use this. Same
Is that
thing.
They have their own,
Oh,
They have their
they
own,
have their
oh,
own,
it's a beautiful,
so,
beautiful ceremony,
Yeah.
it really is.
yeah.
They got programs and everything else, they just put the correct name in it.
Yeah, right, yeah, that was, okay, cool. Well, thank you very much, Andy, for that, and, yeah, this is the other thing. Those dedications and this one, it's like, I wanna get them done, these are important, but, this one's been frustrating.
I wanna step up to one other thing here, and it's probably in this committee as well. With regard to the Vietnam monument, we also have to start thinking seriously about the other wars that since,
Yep,
okay? Especially the fact that there's all era veterans, we haven't had any deaths, thank God. But we wanna be able to put the plaques up on the board while people are still around to say, yeah, I
Yeah.
served and here's my.
Do people actually put those up now?
Huh?
I don't think I've ever seen an OEF or OIF.
We have 1991.
Well, Desert Storm, yeah.
Yeah, Desert Storm, we got Iraq and Afghanistan, we got guys in this town that have served.
Yeah.
But
there's
I mean,
nothing out. Those
I don't
memorials.
know any town that has anything like that yet.
Yeah, they've kind of dropped off. I think in one of the previous meetings, one of the last ones that Holly was here at, I was talking to her
the
about,
veterans dropped it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that, you know, we need to circle back and think about that. And you as well, you weren't here during that meeting, but, the veterans I know don't want anything big, you know, it's.
Just the name of borders that they served, not, and with all their buddies in
Yeah.
the town.
But I don't know if that, like, I wanna, we'll bring this in front of the committee, but I think
Yeah.
it's worth, the ones that, for us, the young veterans, if you will, really taking kind of the lead on that and thinking through and making sure that whatever we do is something that everybody will, our generation will get behind.
And fix the ones that are that are wrong on World War II and Korea as well.
Yeah.
Our honor roll says we lost a Grafton veteran, Victor Gallerine in Korea. Okay, his name's not even on the board over there. And his name is read as on the honor roll, but his name's not on any of the plaques.
Okay.
So are we talking like just a wall plaque, or are we talking like someplace up at the Common where they put, like we have
So,
World War II
well,
and
so
stuff?
Daryl and I have had this conversation, and we have a lot of monuments in the town of Grafton, and a lot of flagpoles, and personally, I'm not necessarily a fan of adding more. If it makes sense, it makes sense. Cemeteries, I got it. But at the same time, like I was saying, I don't know a lot of veterans from our generation that want these memorials and these monuments and things. So my thought was just, it's a plaque. And then, every monument and flagpole we add goes, it makes it busier for him.
Yeah, for him. I'm not saying either way. I'm just curious.
Right, but I think it's, we've gotta go in and we gotta look at this with all the facts. And we gotta make sure that we're thinking through this. We've gotta, we're gonna put out, we'll come up with how we wanna handle this.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw this out to the town, and it's probably gonna be open for about a year to get everybody's thoughts and
Yeah.
signatures and all of that kind of stuff. And then we'll go and purchase it, so.
We do have that shred grant if we need it.
Yep,
So-
and that's true, yeah. So this
It's
is.
not a cost thing.
These are long processes that we'll do, but I just, there's a lot of this kind of stuff that we're doing now, like Andy's been working that Vietnam Memorial forever, so we needed to get that off our plate.
Yeah.
The old cemetery flagpoles was something else that was just kind of there, so wanted to get all of those old agenda items cleared off first, and then we can start focusing on new
New stuff.
new stuff.
We have the flags for the Paul still?
Waiting for dedication.
No, I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna
like
have
that, Daryl.
paper copies of it, I hope.
Alright, anything around the room?
The plastic bins that we ordered for the wreaths are in, that's an example. And the bins for the Gold Star flags went home
Yes.
with Andy's wife to see if they're gonna be the right size. I think we have a dozen of those. I only ordered 2 of the Gold Star bins.
Yeah.
Cause I got the biggest I could find, so we're hoping that they fit.
I'm thinking that one is sufficient, because they're all basically laying on my bed, they're about 4 inches high. All 20.
Which explains why he's not getting any sleep.
No, she says, you got one thing to do this week, guys, what's that? She says, I want that clear.
Yeah.
So,
So the bins are in, then we can take that off the list, so.
Okay, and then if he only uses one bin, we can use the other bin for the 4th of July parade stuff.
Yep.
yeah,
Alright, any Lucas, anything?
No.
Anne Marie? Daryl? Andy?
I'm done.
I'm good.
Alright.
Next meeting to be determined?
Yes, so I left it like that because I didn't know how if we were gonna be able to decide the dedications, the Houghton Civil War marker stuff, but it sounds like we've got a good plan. So I suggest that our next meeting be in January 1st. Well, let's do second, cause we do this quarterly.
Oh.
We've been doing these meetings quarterly. I did them monthly to clear off these
The stuff,
agenda
okay.
items, yeah. But I'm thinking the second week in January. So then that frees us up for the holidays, so maybe January 9th, if that works for everybody. Everybody's writing, so I'm assuming it does.
I'm gonna be on Zoom for all the rest of these meetings until my wife can drive again at night,
Okay,
okay?
yep, not a problem.
She's,
I'm away that night or that weekend, believe it or not,
Okay,
but I could try to do it via Zoom.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of this stuff. Really, the only thing that I see us actually moving forward on is maybe the Jim Gallagher plaque. And that's, you know, compared to everything else, I think we're pretty good with that. And then in January, you know, we can talk more about the Civil War marker. And then we can go back to monthly meetings if we need to plan that out. But I'm trying to keep this on a quarterly basis unless we've got something going, and then we'll go to a monthly basis like we've been, to clear out agenda items. But some of these things with this
Yeah.
is long, drawn out kind of stuff that we need to do. So, all right, so January 9th will be our next meeting, 2025. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion, I have a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much.